Hi, I'm Melissa Dawn, and welcome to my fairy tale barn right here in Middle Earth, Georgia, right in the Shire. I get to live with a fairy tale creature, an 80-pound Old English Bulldog, and that is my companion to everything that I do. My tiny home is actually a renovated barn on my parents' estate that I moved into after my brain surgery recoveries, and it's somewhere around 550 square feet. We have done the majority of the work all ourselves, so everyone from the family, from cousins and uncles and my parents, have all chipped in to create this beautiful fairy tale barn that I get to live in every day. This is a very unique estate. I have a very large family. My parents host tons of events, from grand tea parties and pool parties. There's a zip line on the property. We have lake access. It's somewhere around 6+ acres. I'm not really sure exactly, but all I know is there's plenty of room and it's beautiful. We're surrounded by neighbors who have horses and goats and everything like that. When I first came up here to start renovating the barn, while people were working on the inside on stuff that I can't do, like sheetrock and things, I was busy painting the outside, which I have never done before. We also found some antique French doors. I actually don't use this as my front door here. We had like a typical barn door that was right here. And now we'll be going into my main entrance where wizards are welcome. Follow me. Muggles are tolerated though. This is my art patio, but I also have my workout section here, and I actually have a fan that blows in from the back here, but it's usually pretty cool. We're nice and shaded here. You can come this way. This is the whole art section here. I have all my cabinets full of art, and we write, make cards. And when I say we, remember, that is me and my bulldog. I'm all about like reusing and repurposing stuff. So this is actually one of my hair chairs from one of my old studios. So I decided to use this on my patio. Be prepared to enter into Fantasyland or the Prancing Pony. Welcome, I'm so glad you guys are here. So this is my fairy tale barn, somewhere around 550-ish square feet. My main inspiration is like 70s in space. I'm a big sci-fi nerd. I collect a lot of memorabilia and very interesting pieces of art as well. Okay, so we're here in the entryway of my living room. So if you come this way with me, I actually have a hidden library. I'm a big nerd. I love my graphic novels. So this actually goes a lot deeper than you would think. It's filled with all my favorite fantasy, sci-fi, everything you can imagine. Graphic novels in here. So that's part of the hidden library. This is actually a heated fireplace, but for aesthetically, I like to have it on all the time. So you can actually turn the heat off. Very cool. Okay, so I know this is a rather large TV, but one of the first things that was pointed out to me that I should probably get before I had brain surgery, because I would be spending a lot of time relaxing, is a nice big new TV, and I absolutely love this. We watch a lot of the nature channels. It's very relaxing. It's so beautiful, and it's basically like a piece of art. I absolutely love it. Then we're gonna come over here to, of course, my hidden library. Having a hidden library does definitely feel less clutter to me. And I'll interchange some of these books as well, depending on what I'm feeling at the time, because I do like to display them.
Is it just me, or are spam texts, calls, and emails more out of control than ever before? Oh, shut up already. Ugh. I know one of the reasons I get so much spam is that big companies just can't seem to keep our data safe. Recently, Ticketmaster was hacked, and the data of 560 million users was put up for sale on the dark web. At best, this means more spam. At worst, so much more fraud can come from this. Do you know what Ticketmaster is doing about this? A whole lot of nothing. That's why we use Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura alerts me when my data has been part of a breach or leaked on the dark web. It gives me fast fraud alerts if anyone tries to use it to access my credit or bank accounts. It also removes my info from data broker websites, so I get less spam. Also, I really appreciate the transaction monitoring, VPN, antivirus protection, and much more. We can't rely on businesses to protect our data, so I'm protecting myself, and if you want to as well, visit aura.com/tinyhouseexpedition to try your first 2 weeks for free.
Now we're gonna go to a very special, tiny little area. Moya, my dog, she's not super great with strangers, so that's the only reason why she's not in here. But I saw this online and I completely was obsessed with it. People decorating their dog bowl area. She actually does look at the pictures of us, so that's like super cute. This is actually her favorite place because, like I mentioned, we have animals that come straight up to the French doors. And so this is where she also likes to sunbathe. This is her spot, 100% her spot. I have to mention here too is this is Gandalf, our Lord and Savior. This is actually one of my favorite artists, Dennis Baptiste, came all the way from Holland. This picture is actually really important to me and I love it. For one, it was one of the best trips I've ever had. It was for my sister's bachelorette party. I had my cousin take my picture and I was the only one that came out with the sunlight going through my chest there. And it was about 2 weeks later is when I found out I was going to have brain surgery. And so I think it was just like just a beautiful moment of like being present and being there. And I love it. I love to think about that trip. I love having it up here. Well, I'm over 20-year hairstylist and content creator. So I do creative color, work with all the leading hair companies, doing stage work, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, rainbow hair, like all that kind of fun stuff. You guys will see in my house, like the colors reflected everywhere in my life. I'm also a brain surgery survivor. I got diagnosed with a brain tumor about 5 years ago, a pituitary tumor, and over the years I became intolerant to the meds, but I didn't know at that time and I just kept getting sicker and sicker. And back in 21, I got divorced in the midst of being like really sick. I was told that I was going to have brain surgery, and so my life completely changed from that point. And one of the things that I find very interesting is they want to tell you like what will happen if you die, but no one tells you how to live afterwards and like how much that's going to change your life completely. And then if you add on like complications or anything, well, and I did have major complications from the first surgery. I went from being like successful, doing all this stuff like professionally, then it was a success to be able to make my bed in a day. You know, it's like a complete like mindset change. What is success to you as a person and what actually is meaningful to you? I actually had a long time, like a 15-year antique collection, and it was like Gothic Victorian. It was beautiful. Like I come from a family of all collectors, and it just started feeling very heavy to me. I was like, I'm going to do a large sale. I'm going to do an estate sale. Went through everything, and I literally kept the things that were important to me and reminded me of the people who love me and that I love. All of my stuff fit perfect in here. I didn't have to get rid of anything that I love to be in a space that I now love. And I had never imagined living in a renovated barn, but my parents are so generous in wanting to help me restart and rebuild my entire life. People don't talk about like what happens to you like after I lived off my savings for almost 2 years. I didn't want to keep spending money on renting, and I was so far away from people and had been so isolated. When the opportunity came, my dad was like, you come live in the barn. I had a sign that I wrote to myself when I was going through getting rid of all the estate sale stuff, and it is, what if you could bring something from a dream into reality? With everything I'm surrounded by is like color and fantasy and all this different stuff, and it's like it's what we dream of. I live in a fairy tale barn in the Shire. So, you know, I'm like, my high school self would definitely be proud. All right, now we're gonna go into the kitchen. We are really trying to utilize this space as much as possible. I don't really have a pantry or a closet or anything. If you open this up here, it actually is a Lazy Susan, like 2 rows, and so I actually use this as my pantry in here. It has plenty of storage space for just my dog and I. It's great. And then this is actually one of my prized possessions here. And this is the Top Gun Battlestar Galactica Stein. Yeah, but we got a Baby Yoda Instapot. And then even in here, we have Baby Yoda Pyrex. And, you know, Edward Scissorhands, Godzilla, all that kind of stuff. I thought that the retro appliances would fit perfect, and especially since they come in like different sizes as well. I love my microwave and my fridge. I actually have an additional mini fridge on my patio where I keep more waters and stuff like that. I think through this process, I fell more and more in love with tiny appliances because how cute is this little stove? It's so cute, but it still has like plenty of room. And then you got a little storage area down here, and then we added like all these hooks and stuff like that through here. I feel like I have so much storage. I love to sit and do my hair and makeup, and I haven't seen this in a lot of tiny homes. This is my little vanity area. I love to sit right here, and I have the additional light, and I do my hair and my makeup. And this was actually an entryway table that we turned around, and everything fit like this, so it's like it's a skinny vanity. The stool was left over from one of my salon studios, and it actually has nice little storage in here as well. And I just repurpose everything if it was from my salon or from my antique collection, wherever. All right, now we're gonna check out my tiny home bathroom. I think that's always like one of the exciting parts, is to see what the bathroom looks like in a tiny home. So I say that my bathroom is a little bit like the Tardis from Doctor Who, because amazingly, I have all the space that I need. It looks very tiny, but then once you get inside, you see how much storage area that I have in all of these cabinets. Down here, this vanity is specifically made for this kind of space. So, and then that way is the shower. And then I do have something very hidden in here. Okay, so if you want to come this way, I was going to use this as storage area, and then my dog kept going and visiting. And so she comes and she pushes this open, and inside is her bed and pillows, and she's got a little rug, but it's nice and cool under there, and that's where she goes and has her own private time. I think the reason why she loves it so much under there is because she feels very safe. And actually the other night when it was storming, she was like, come in there and lay with me. So we both were laying on her dog bed. I will leave the door shut, then she goes and pops it open whenever she feels like it. And sometimes I'll come home and she'll just be in there. She'll just be trotting out from in here, you know. Okay, now we're gonna go upstairs into the loft, and on the way up, we're going through my art gallery. So come this way. I mentioned before that my art, so this is actually one of my nominated hair art. This is a custom colored wig that I did. And then here, I have to mention, this is actually one of my favorite artists. His name is Jeremy Palco, and he used to be on The Walking Dead, but I'm in love. These 3 pieces, he's an amazing artist. As we go up the stairs, you guys are gonna see stuff from Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, even The Big Lebowski, Bigfoot, all kinds of really fun stuff. So now we're here in my loft bedroom, and as you can see, it's very spacious and I can stand up. One of the things that we did, I was a little bit scared of my dog, like if she heard a noise. So we added this kind of cool like gate. That way she's protected, and I have a little gate over here at the top of the stairs as well. A lot of the decorations in here and the ceiling and everything are from my travels, from Africa to Mexico to Montreal. I'm really into my outfits, and I see a lot in the tiny homes that people kind of go into straight like minimalist with their clothing as well. I didn't want to do that. We really had to think about like how to create these clothing racks without it being overwhelming. I love to look at all my outfits and stuff, you guys. It's just so fun. Like, it's fun to dress up and like, you know, be like, I'm gonna wear this, then I'm gonna put on this, and like, I don't know. It's very fun. I love my accessories. So we got all these bags over here, all my collection of Ray-Ban sunglasses and everything. And I actually have laundry bins are behind there. If you notice too, I have a lot of hooks, and these are antique inspired, like metal, and these came from the salon. I would hang like robes and stuff like that. You can never have too many hooks. I mean, again, hats, belts, bags, everything. You also see here, this is my meditation area, my dog's meditation area. And this also unzips into a queen size bed. It's got that foam mattress that just like expands when you open it up. We could have a giant Shire slumber party up here. Continuing on with my inspiration of 70s in space, I definitely wanted my bedroom area to feel like that. So I also have some really cool lights on the sides here. I got them because they remind me of lightsabers. I was like, that's why I got them. So you can change the colors. I end up liking this orange color a lot. I also have a projector that we can watch movies and stuff on. I didn't really want to have like a big TV or anything. Keep it really organized because, again, if I'm feeling pink or green or whatever colors that I'm feeling that day, I want to be able to grab that and match this and there. I have a window unit downstairs that does heating and cool, and I have a window unit up here that just does air. I don't really use it a ton. Sometimes maybe when it's really hot in the summer, I'll turn it on a little bit, and it's mainly for airflow because we have really good like heating and cooling in here. It doesn't take a lot. We're over here in the shade. My mom does storage auctions, and so she has antique booths. So the barn, it was one of her storage areas. It only had power. Only power. It was not sheetrock. The stairs were not enclosed. Nothing like that at all. The cost of the barn renovation is somewhere around, I think, about $25,000. We don't have an exact amount because we did so much work ourselves. There's the movie, The War, and Kevin Costner, he buys his wife a house, and it's like all falling in, and he's like, lipstick and rouge, that's all that needs. My family, that's how we've grown up. We're like, lipstick and rouge, that's all that needs. Somebody might see something that's totally like broken down or falling apart, and you're like, this is amazing. Look at this amazing thing that I found. When I was at the lowest point with my second surgery, I had put a speaker in the bathroom, and I would just randomly like go on YouTube and like just let it roll into the next video. As I was sitting in the bottom of my shower, Les Brown came on, and he's a world famous speaker, and he said that if you can look up, you can get up, and everyone has comeback power. And literally my right eye, I could barely even see out of it. My face was all bruised up, and I was like, you know, I think I can look up. I think that was the point that I was just like, I think I can do this. I think I can get through this. That again was like a major turning point, that like no matter what people are going through, because I've seen in a lot of like small space living groups, a lot of people like divorce, medical trauma, financial difficulties, and all these different things of why they had to downsize. Downsizing now, after going through all this, is such a funny word to me because I'm just like, I feel so free being in a smaller space. Wayne Dyer said, if you change the way that you look at things, the things you look at change. Perspective is the ultimate superpower. Going through all those surgeries is letting go of societal standards and what suits you and what you really like and what makes you feel comfortable. I really think that your home should comfort and inspire you. Towards the end of 21, I was actually facing a third surgery. I started implementing all of this and spending so much time outside. That's when my doctor was like, so see this on your scans? That's where the cells are, but they stopped growing. So he's like, whatever you are doing, continue doing that. I think that I'm very grateful to have a place like this. You know, in a lot of ways, I still feel like that I'm healing and growing and just in a lot of different ways. And I want to be able to inspire other people that no matter their circumstances, to just keep going.
Thank you for watching our video and for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And for more tiny home tours and stories, click the videos below.
And join us on Instagram for bonus content,
including face-to-face conversations with us. We hope to see you there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.